Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, thankfully, after a little bit of an overheating problem. I can tell you it's warm here at the moment. We're back for the third game of the first day of the 2023-24 state championships. We have the multi-disability open pairs, and we're really privileged now to bring you the game between Michael Vassalo from Cabramatta and Anthony Brown from West Dubbo versus Ian Midgley from Nyngan and David Parkinson from Lemon Tree Passage. You'll probably hear some extra fans running in the background as we try to keep all our equipment cool here. It is baking, is the best way to put it. I'm just messing around to get all the scoreboards and stuff up. They're just completing their roll-up as we speak. And I can tell you now, it hasn't got any slower here at North Dubbo RSL. And I'm Benny Two Shoes. I'll be here, hopefully joined by some special guest commentators. We had a little roster here, but sadly that hasn't worked out. That's all right. I've got Andrew and Lee supporting me quite well. And things are going okay. So let's just push some scores up. As these boys finish their roll-up, like I said, run through some scores right now for you. So, the ladders. Section 1 at the moment. Section 1 actually is a really good one. We've got Aaron Kelly from West Tamworth and Brad Gilbert from Casino on 2 wins. They'll definitely be going through. Still a bit of a challenge there. The next game winners from between Ray Douglas and Carolyn Nelson from Hazelbrook and Engadine. Or Brett Stanford from Burrawa Ex-Services and Fred McConnell from Coogin Leagues. Either of those could make it through the next section. Unlikely Gilbert Hicks and Shane Ekstrom from Tuncurry. Or Tuncurry Beach, apologies. Section 2, once again, only one 2-game winner, and that's the game we've got now, which is Michael Vassalo and Anthony Brown. Up in the air is, they're playing each other too, by the way. Peter Jackson from Raymond Terrace and Mick Kedwell from Raymond Terrace against Keith Roberts of South Tamworth and Robert Jordan of Temora. They're playing each other right now, and that will be for a position in the finals. Section 3, same again. One 2-game winner. That's Ryan Wood and Jeff Seaton from Leichhardt, who we've just seen. They did win their last game. And Gail Schultz from Wiseman Park, Wollongong City, and Richard Rombouts from Bangalow have had a win, and if they win this game, they'll be in the final as well. But also with a chance is James Good from Walla Walla and Lloyd Bellchambers from Commercial Albury. And in Section 4, Cheryl, we've had a tie in there as well, which is interesting. 1, 2, 3. So there's a possibility of a tie there, but score difference probably against them. Cheryl Bembo from Raymond Terrace and Vicky Parkinson from Lemon Tree Passage have had 2 wins and will go through. Desmond Cross, South Tamworth and James Reynolds from Cabramatta have had a tie and a win, which puts them in box seat. More difficult for Wayne Sullivan and Jeffrey Nichols of New Lambton, who must win and win big in this game. They're playing this afternoon, and Zachary Warland from Aria Park and Mike Power from Gaimea sadly unable to make it through. So some big games here in all of these sections. And as we kick this off, we should see some quality bowls here as well. You go for it, mate. Yep. So Anthony's just come in and asked if they're ready to go. Yep. Live stream, not all that important, so get into it. Here's Rebecca Vassalo there. Let's go, Mick. And Tim Odawan, let's go, Jimmy. Jimmy Reynolds, absolute legend of the game. Playing down there. We'll keep an eye on some scores for you as it goes around. I'll get that ticker working once again very soon. As soon as I'm able, in fact. So Andrew Lynn's just out there kicking them off. Mike Watts from Aberystwyth in Wales, Berystwyth in Wales. Welcome back. It's been a while. I'm glad you're here on the coverage. Let's get the view right as these guys do their thing. I can hear Andrew yelling. 2 hours on the cards as of now. Let's go, lads. Let's get into some ripping games of bowls. Oops, I have told these guys to stay out of the way of the camera. I'll just run out now. You'll hear silence from me for a second. There we go, and you'll have the displeasure of actually seeing me as well. Voila. Beautiful. All right, as we kick off. First bowl pretty good. That looks like that's a familiar bowl to me. That looks like a Dandenong Melbourne Pulse bowl. He's putting down there, which is interesting times. Everything seems to be going pretty well here at the moment as Andrew's walked in just after kicking the games off. His big booming voice echoing across the greens. David Corns watching from Maitland, welcome. Looking at here the wrong section, that's why I'm getting confused. Much better. So Ian there running his a bit short. Daz, thank you, mate. Welcome back. Darren Draper, of course, the man that gave me the Denny Two Shoes moniker. It's working well for me too. Thanks, Darren. And Ray Thorne, you're on as well. Brilliant. That's a pretty good shot as well. So as you can see out there, guys, we've commented on a fair bit. His green's not getting any slower as the day goes on, but we are not yet at the hottest part of the day here in Dubbo. I can tell you it's warm out there for these lads. Oh, great shot. Great correction off his first bowl. Came through, took Jack and went with it. Is now sitting off the line, making things a little more difficult. Michael Vassalo now, all the work to do. His mighty swinging left hand. Oh, that cut a mile. Came back to the line, in fact. Tried to give it some extra width to stay up with the jack, but yeah, just cut all the way across. Sitting here right now waiting for this lineup, I'd like to genuinely send my heartfelt thanks to Club Dubbo, North Dubbo RSL Sporties and the Macquarie Club as the host venues for these 23-24 Bowls New South Wales State Championships. Really excited to bring their championships away from the coast and out to the regions as part of our commitment to the game and to the game everywhere. And they're as excited as we are, I can tell you now. Lots of attention grabbing here. So that last one just a little short again, but he's holding on there. He's done his job. So while they're crossing. High fives all around. I'll point this one out to you. And this is a promotion we're running right now. It's the like and share promotion from Sharp. Make sure you like and share our broadcast, our coverage of the Sharp across your socials, and for your chance to win a share in over $5,000 worth of prizes. 70-inch TV, 40-inch touchscreen, state-of-the-art printers and microwaves up for grabs. courtesy of our friends at Sharp, promotional partners of Bowls New South Wales State Champs. Like I said, to enter, just like and share any of the championships over the next 3 weeks on the live stream. The more streams you like and share, the more chance you have to win. Terms and conditions apply. One of those terms and conditions is that I can't enter. And please read them on the Bowls New South Wales website. We need them, that's right. Really good promotion. I want one of those touchscreens, actually. I have to get my daughter to enter. That one coming in a little narrow. Anthony's first bowl, just a little short and crossed. This is I'm not sure if this rink's different to the others. We are a rink and a half, or, well, yeah, we're playing a long way from where they were. Getting used to this wide hand, as Lee Stinson was saying earlier, it's a bit hard, but I tell you what, these guys are pretty skilled. Anthony Brown, take your hat off, mate. That is a ridiculously good bowl and massive correction on his first. One of the good blokes in bowls, and he's the organiser over at West Dubbo. We call it West Dubbo, Club Dubbo. He'll play a big part in helping us out with the state championships once we start spreading around and away from here. The reply looks really good. Coming down, it's a weighted shot, which is enough to knock him out and roll down. That's a brilliant shot. Fantastic by David Parkinson. I've just realised I've got to go and look up where Lemon Tree Passage is. I'll do it on this computer. Oh wow, it's on the coast up there. Oh, beautiful part of the world, Lemon Tree Passage. Look at you. Oh goodness, I'm going to have to go visit there. His reply was okay, but 2 shots straight away. And Ian Midgley and David Parkinson kick off their final game campaign with multiple. All right, who else is here? We've got Joyce Ebbick from Port Macquarie, welcome. Rosemary Robertson watching from beautiful Hat Head. Deb Hood's cheering on Vassalo and Brown. Good on you. Dave Shaw saying he's liked and shared. Now he needs to win. Yeah, good luck with that. Darren Draper said, "Get your house sitter to enter for you in the Sharp competition." Met him yesterday. It looked like he had a pair of your bowl shoes. That's my uncle Stephen, otherwise known as Gus. He's a travelling bowler and just happens to be in our area right now. He's looking after my dogs at home while I'm up here. Might love little Jack Russells. I miss him very much. But thanks, Des. Yeah, Gus is a good man and a pretty good bowler too. Just watch for this Jack delivery now. Geez, he runs it pretty straight. All your leads out there, look at that. Bill Ahoy watching the third round. Good on you, Bill. As you said, we'll see you later on in these competitions. Anyone wants to find out who's playing who and where in the first few rounds, it's all on Bowls Link. Jump on the results portal and have a good look, and you'll see, all of it. I'll put a link in there. I can even help you out with that. in the state championships. It's really easy to find. Results.bowlslink.com.au, and navigate your way through Bowls New South Wales and you'll find state championships. And like I said, I'll just put a link to that now. Whichever competition you're into, that's where you want to be. And once again, don't click on any links. We do our best to take them out and leave them out, but don't click on any links that don't come from us. They are just scammers, and they are trying to steal your money. First shot just ran across the rink once again. That side really tricking a lot of the bowlers that come here. But Michael Vassalo, no problems at all. Sorry, just continuing on a little personal story there with Gus. Someone told him that they said nice Parramatta bowls because he bowls with blue and yellow turbos, Aero Turbo Pros, I think. He quickly informed them they were West Coast bowls. Damn right. Tell a West Australian that they're Parramatta bowls. He's a Rabbitohs supporter anyway. I don't think he'd have appreciated it.
West Coast, that'll be in there.
Michael Vassalo looking to match up his first shot heroics there. Coming around again, fantastic bowling, Michael Vassalo. Wowee. Pair of touches. Beat that. I'm just working here to get the rest of the scoreboards up. Won't take me long, I promise. So let's see what Ian can do here. Backhand shot. He's played his first two on the forehand and crossed heavily. So he can line himself up properly. That looks like better grass. Maybe even too wide. However, lots of turning to do. Just not the weight, I think. Well, two good shots so far from Michael. Let's see if he's got a third in him. Looks pretty good to there. My goodness. Stand and bow. That is a great set of bowls, Michael Vassalo. Someone there called, if I saw early in the stream, someone Rebecca. Well, how about that, Beck? You'd be pretty proud of them. So, what's next? What have we got? What has David got here in his bag of tricks to get in? There's a few to rest on, but geez, it looks tough to get in. He's given it some grass. Potentially looking to get back, which makes sense. So we have the rest of the scores going around in that bottom ticker there. At the moment, there's none in there, but it's nice to know they'll be there when you need them. I'm just going to zoom this camera out and show you where these bowls have gone. Right down the back. So perhaps a hint there that there's going to be a heavy shot coming. Certainly what I'd be playing for at this point. Stuart Hutchison saying, awesome, Michael, keep up the great bowling. Remember, this is a respot competition. Oh, this looks pretty good. Here it comes into the head. Oh, it's hooked just around. Had the weight, just not quite the grass to get there. Remember, this is a 15-end competition. We are respotting the jacks, and there is a 2-hour time limit. We had a couple of games in that last one that didn't finish. In fact, the TV game that was sorely, sadly interrupted by the overheating equipment didn't make it to the 2 hours either. Oh, sorry, went past the 2 hours. My apologies. Yeah, so 25-30 seconds short of running the last end I was just informed by Mr. Lynn. So Anthony's got another shot there. Waiting now to see what Ian's got. A little bit of weight again by the looks. Looking to crack into something. He's close. Wants to hold. Oh, he's through the gap. Wowee. So a free kick here. Anthony Brown. Stewie Hutchison said he played with Michael in the twos at Picton. Oh, if he's putting on displays like that, you'd hope he was skipping or something like that, because it's amazing. So Anthony's just got to run on here and get somewhat close, but I'll tell you what, he's played an absoluter anyway. So that is a 5. To the Cabramatta West Dubbo team. Five-2 on the scoreboard now. Here's Anthony standing there. We'll just do a little bit of a pan around and have a look at the rest of the green, just nice and slowly. Once again, beautiful out here at the moment. Hot, as you can just see it out there. It almost feels like it's radiating off the screen. There's not a breath of wind. You see the flags up in the top right of the screen there. It is hot and still. And we're playing on great greens. It's just a magnificent day. Oops, someone's left their lifter right in the middle. So good start again, Michael Vassalo. Jackie Eldred. Woohoo Vass, yep. Rebecca, awesome shots, Mick. Yeah. Beck, what's your relationship to Mick? You could tell me in the text line there, that'd be great. We're just moving the lifter out of the way. Some scores coming through now, some live scores, which is good. Thanks to Andrew Lynn and the army of volunteers out there doing it. Sorry, mate.
We just set it up. They're doing it.
Cool. Army of volunteers out there doing it. Yep, Andrew's just set it up. Whiz with the Excel spreadsheets and the sheets that we're using for this.
Might keep it cool.
Yeah, that wide hand just is a little tricky. It's unforgiving if you don't get your grass right on that side. So Rebecca Vassalo there is Michael's sister-in-law. Good to see you here. Glad you're here. Good that you're showing us support, and you shared the Sharp competition too. I saw I was stalking your page a little bit then. And Jackie Eldred, I've known Mick and family since he was 5. He and my son Adam are best mates. Well, that's lovely as well. Good to see the connections here, and good to see you here supporting your favourite players. That's why we bring the coverage to you. We love it. Just trying to get the best angle for you here. This is a long way back. Oh, that's too skinny as well, I think. He's dropped that in a bit short as well, Ian has. Anthony wandering across to have a good look at this come through. Great shot. There you go. I've seen Michael put down 6 bowls and none of them have been bad. In fact, most of them have been spectacular in the last 2 ends. An absolute... He's just playing amazing bowls right now in a rich vein of form. It's giving Anthony an armchair ride. Ian with a very deliberate lineup. So better grass and better weight. I still think it'll cross the line, but it might just do it in the right spot. That's great correction. Well done, Ian. Stand up and see if I can get a better view of that. Could be second. It's probably a measure for second there. So one in the measure there for Michael from Cabramatta. Well, these guys are crossing. I'll just show you this. No, I know. Oh, yes, I will. So you've all seen this. Sounds like your local promotion. Place for Bowls New South Wales. It promotes what every bowling club offers. Social connection through bowls and intrinsic link to the local community. So you've definitely seen this stuff on the online. Share it around, get people to know your clubs and get people in, foot traffic through your clubs and people onto the greens, which is what we're really into. Meanwhile, Anthony Brown's first bowl is an absolute blinder, sitting there just behind Jack, and definitely makes it 2 now. David looking to maybe move Jack. He hasn't come far away. I didn't think that was going to be anywhere near it. He's actually touched the Jack and sat in, I'd say, for second shot. That was brilliant. I have absolutely no idea what kind of bowls they are. I'm really interested in them now. So, they're pretty colours anyway. Let's have a look. Michael just saying it's a draw shot, wider hand. Wants to hold a little now, doesn't want to move that too far in. It hasn't damaged anything, probably made it better in fact, but still only holding 1. So just having a close look, I can actually get feeling a little bit of shake on the camera 3 as I look around. David's having a very, once again, deliberate lineup. It's characteristic of him and his team. This one a little bit narrower. Might depend on the pace. It's hard to tell. Just cutting there at the end. It's close again. Really ran a very narrow line, I would have thought there. Anthony lining up, similar kind of shot, a little bit more weight. Roll your own over, roll his own over, roll the opposition bowl there, roll David's bowl in. Oh, he's just crossing the head a little bit. Oh, might sit down for second shot though. Oh, he's played that well. Probably got a bit lucky in the end, but luck's a fortune, as they say. Mason on here supporting his Uncle Mick. On you, Mason. Glad you're here. Mary Ingram from Fife in Scotland at 4:30am. And another one that I haven't seen yet. All of my locals, the people I call the Tragics, they're here. And I think you're the last of the ones I was missing, Mary. Oh, no, there's one more. I'll call him out when I see him. Just missing. So it looks like 2 to the Vassalo Brown team. Just have a look at these bowls as we go around. Oh, what's happened there? Don't do that to me. There we are, that's better. Thought we'd lost the screen again. Giving me heart attacks. That's good news. We're back in action. So those bowls David's bowling with Taylor SRVs. You know, the Sydney Roosters logo on them. I'm sure a lot of you out there will be happy with that. A lot won't be. Oh, Michael just running past. Back's better. Show you that. Sydney Roosters logo. He's getting in here with a very, very deliberate lineup. That's a brilliant mustache. Oh, goodness me, I wish I could grow one of those like that. That'd suit my mohawk really well, I reckon. Look disappointed. I reckon it's come out with good width. Perfect line. Just a little short. Mark Whitman telling me David's the lead and Nyngan's a skip. Well, I got that the wrong way around because they are... Oh, maybe I did. I introduced myself to them earlier and got them wrong. Thanks. Thanks, Mark. I think I was calling it correctly to start with and then failed halfway through. My apologies. I'm just going to blame the heat. It's a good track down that side. Just wants a little more weight on it. Needs a little more run. I think he's got it. What a great shot. There you go. Rihanna saying it belongs to Ian. That's how I found out. Yep. So Ian's a skip and David's the lead, and he's played an absolute blinder of a bowl there. So he was disappointed with his first one. Seemed to indicate that he slipped out of his fingers. And that one came in beautifully. Michael just running that one around a little bit, but it's good for his skipper. Good there. Anthony won't mess around. He'll be moving jacks. He changed his hand. I reckon I'd have stayed where I was. Just played one really good one and dropped it on Jack. I think I'd have played it again the other side. Especially considering the difficulty there on that hand. I'm just trying to have a look out the window to see if there's a... See if there's any breeze picking up. It doesn't look like it on the clothing, but my camera was shaking around a bit like there was. Anthony Brown, a legend in bowl circles, especially around Dubbo. Yeah, could be handy once again. Send breast high. Taryn Cross asked if they're up to date. They're as up to date as they can be. I've got an army of volunteers running around updating those scores as often as they can. Obviously, everyone out here is pretty busy. They're doing their best, but they're pretty up to date. There's some important scores going around there, I'm aware, and they'll be into it. So Ian running around and running to the back, which is a clever decision. He's going off a bit more than he wanted to, but lots of width here. These are aerodynamics. Well, we've seen dynamics here already flow around. That's a pretty good shot. Pretty good draw bowl. Well, it's a wonderful second shot. He'd now be looking just to build. Now be careful here. He's coming narrow. He's going to duck under everything, so it's okay. No fear. Now a bit of, as we said before, impetus to move this one now. Run through a little. He's out wide again. Might be playing some weight. They will turn no matter what you do. I like to throw a big drive, and I don't think I could keep it straight down that line at the moment either. So that's one. He wants to put a second one here. It'd be great. You're welcome, Taryn. Go Ant. Bruce Harden saying, yeah. I don't think the weight's on this one again. Well, that's okay. It's a nice safe bowl by the skipper. One to David Parkinson and Ian Midgley. Moving my cameras around now, having a look what's around. I do like that Tomorrow outfit. That's a good one. Some really excellent uniforms getting around in bowls these days. Gone are the days of the primarily white shirts generally. Engadine is black there, it's distinctive. Lots of light blues. That Nyngan shirt's really cool. Here we are back at our show rink. Oh, too far. Rink one. thing about David, he's very deliberate in everything he does. It's good to see, and he delivers things like the jack very straight. He's certainly got the capability to draw a good bowl. It's the first time I've had any exposure to his game, and he's goes all right. Rob Miller, how come no updates? There's, as I said before, there's a bunch of volunteers out there doing the updates. Andrew just sets up the scoreboard. The volunteers update them. They'll update them as soon as they get a chance. They're obviously out there busy helping the players all up and down these greens. And Seymour, there she is. Nice bowling today. Maitland City won their final game of pennant today and will be heading off to regional. Well done, Club Maitland City. Good on you, Anne. Glad you're here. The most positive person I have on my feeds all the time. Never fails to bring a smile to my face, Anne Seymour. Thank you very much. Yeah, pennants is either finishing up or down in Zone 7. We're about midway through our season now. We've got the break for state championships so people can come up and play their games. And we'll be back for a few more weeks of it and another break over Easter, and then we're in. And then we have, goodness, and then we have zone finals. Our zone's very long, and like a lot of the zones around, they're quite big. So maybe you're playing sectional. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Accurate very often. Well done, David. So it looks like rinse scores are being updated. Mr. Lee Stinson is listening in and watching on and reading all your comments. And obviously that's happening now. So that's a tough one to beat by David. Michael here giving it his best attempt. There's got a lot of turning left to do still. Here it comes right up to the jack and just rolling past and flopping down for a really handy second. What a shot, Michael. Jeez, these leads, when they're on, they are very on. Absolutely amazing. Here's David with his lineup. Lines up the wheel perfectly, sets himself, looks where he's aiming. He's bowl out of the pouch there. That's a pretty good idea. Everyone's got their own routine. And this is obviously his. Asking the question, up or down? Oh, he's saying that Michael's got holding the shot there. I didn't expect that. Doesn't look like it from here, but he's standing over the head. He knows better than I do. That's good. And delivery. Pretty good grass. A bit weighty. The back's better than not. With a couple of bowls sitting there like that. Did it drop in? Yes, it did. And just picks that up from the back there. Good choice there by Michael, just covering the back. Having seen a slightly weighted shot come down. Hannes van Eden from South Africa. Very good bowling. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Some of these players are exceptional. Oh, not some of them, all of them so far. Exceptional play. Good to have you on the coverage. Something I haven't actually looked at. This, I usually have a look at see where people are from. Who's watching now? Oh yeah, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Thailand and the UK. I'm glad you're all here, everyone. From wherever you're watching, all around the world. David, just a bit of a slip there. There's Michael just crossing ahead of the jack there. Another usable handy bowl. So pretty good set, with that one exception, obviously. There from the lads, from the leads. Skippers to come, and pretty tight scoreline. 3 ends in. Had to push through to our fourth. 2 hour time limit on these games. 14 ends. And we're respotting the jack on so no kills. Replay the end, no replays. We respot the jack, put it on the tee, and that's just for expediency. There's a lot of games to get through. Both these players in stopping again. Doesn't look like there's anything moving behind the head. I think there was just some instructions there from David. Yeah. Just running narrow. And out of bounds. Get my cattle prod out and get these blokes out of the way of the head. It's all right. Unfamiliar with live streaming rinks, I guess it's a bit challenging. Anthony Brown, great shot. Really close. Once again, narrow. It's a wide, swooping hand. That one appears to have stayed inbound, though. It's right in the back corner there on the left. And here comes Anthony Brown, wasting no time at all. Rolls his own in. No, just running to the back. Let's be careful. He doesn't want to knock that in. Has not. That's okay. So I'll have a look. Yep. They're going to clip that out. I guess they've got all of the seconds. It's not a bad option. Yeah, very little risk actually. Yeah, run through. Why not? Oh, jeez, I tell you what, it's out well. It's out beautifully. Oh, my goodness, what's the edge? Oh, wow, just the hook on the quick green. That was incredible. Great effort, Anthony. And the umpire is coming out to have a look at the measure. The distance between those two bowls. Yeah, we couldn't see on the camera view. I'll just bring in on this camera to see if we can get a better view here, but obviously very close. Let's hold on to that. So yeah, looking at those bowls, they look like Dandenong bowls, and from the BPL. Dandenong, of course, the winners of the BPL this year. So just between those two bowls, pretty slow pace this game, we have to say. It's about 45 minutes in. We've only completed 4 ends now. And the umpire call won't help. get through the ends. It's pretty amazing, actually. So 2 umpires out here. Thank you very much, those umpires coming out and volunteering. Let's have a look. Hard work using those calipers sometimes. Yes, I get a funny look from Andrew Lynn. No, it's not. Well, there we go. One more to Anthony Brown and Michael Vassalo. (6-3) currently. 3 shots in it. 4 shots completed. Correction, 4 ends completed. And so go back to watch the jack come down on another fairly short end where almost, believe it or not, almost halfway through this game there's only been 4 ends. So pretty slow pace. Oh, I said a short end. That's gone all the way to the tee. I thought that was going to pull up right at the edge. Carmen Plaza asking what temperature it is now. Pretty warm in the gong too. I can only tell you what the bomb says. I can tell you that the Bureau of Meteorology currently says that it's... well, I'll have to find it. Oops. What did I do there? There's funny glitchy stuff going on now. Michael Vassalo's just dropped another one right next to Jack. So it's 34 degrees there at the moment. I can tell you in the sun without a breeze, it feels a heck of a lot hotter than that. It's a longer end, just a little tough for David there. It's that wide, swoopy hand. He had the weight. Sometimes pushing it a bit hard means you take a bit of the grass off. He's all the way on the other side of the rink, but he's still inboard. I've forgotten to answer Carmen's question. So yeah, 34 degrees. And warming up. And absolutely, like I said, not a breath of wind. It's difficult conditions out there right now as far as the heat goes. Everything else as far as bowls goes is beautiful. Hunter's asking Steve Johnson, what type of surface is it? It's a synthetic grass. And Hunter's, what speed is it? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to put a timer on it right now and we'll have a look at this next bowl. So I'm not sure what's going on here. David just put himself on the rink. I heard ask if someone was asking if he was all right. It seems to take even longer than you'd normally be taking. Crossing once again. So I've got a timer on this one, just for you, Hannes, just to see. This isn't the correct length to measure it off, but it'll give us a fair indication of how long it'll roll for. So 18 seconds dead. That's pretty quick. It's a beautiful synthetic surface. One of the better ones I reckon I've seen. I was saying to Andrew earlier how much I'd like to actually go out there and have a game myself. Looks wonderful. Saw a bit of camera shake there on my number 3. So every now and again there's a little gust of breeze, but nothing that would affect it too much. And Davis changed hands as he did last time and actually crashed into the head. And probably, I don't know, still 2 down I'd suggest on that, looking at that. In my mind he should be playing that way all the time. He's playing that way better. And Seymour, when does the under-18s commence? They're brilliant to watch, and where will it be played, please? Well, funny you should mention that, Anne. The juniors, state junior champs, just around the corner. They'll be at Warilla, and it's going to be brilliant from the 15th to the 19th of April. Diverse range of young talents to grace the greens. This year's championships boast an impressive turnout of 99 enthusiastic participants representing 44 clubs from across New South Wales. Now, I can tell you now, 99 in the new format we've got, where there's, a younger format, an older one in the teenage categories is just brilliant. I'm really excited for it myself. I love same as you, Anne. I love working with the juniors there. They just bring a different energy to the game, and boy, some of them can play. It's great to watch. 99's a big number. So thank you for that little segue, Anne. That was wonderful. Ian, given enough grass, I think, for these bowls. It'll hook now. Come back towards the jack, I think. Jeez, he's close. Beautiful. Bellied it beautifully. What a great shot. So on top of that, at top of the juniors, we've got the Women's State Carnival taking place on the 6th to the 10th of May, spanning across 8 awesome, picturesque venues throughout the Manning Coast. Act fast, because the entries are closing on the 22nd of March, which is in 10 days. Be sure to secure your spot before they close. Don't miss out on this exciting event. It is a brilliant event. We've had a huge amount of entries, and it will be a genuinely huge carnival as Anthony Brown just runs past Jack. Very close. It is a really cool event. I was lucky enough to see one on the South Coast. It's been running, I think it's its 94th or 95th year of in operation. Get into it. It's brilliant, ladies. And that area around Foster Tuncurry and the Manning River's just perfect. Oof. I think it includes you ladies up on the North Coast. Some of you said you didn't want to drive to Foster for it. Yeah, you should. It's wonderful. So once again, there's one bowl. Oh dear. It's not going to hold enough. You might get a lucky slide. No, did get a slide, but it didn't come through. as I said, once again, Ian and David's bowls. They've got one lonely one sitting there near it, and the rest of them belong to Brown and Vassalo. Ian running down what, for him and David, seemed to be the easier hand. They're handling it a lot better. The grass out that side. Hard to tell but no, he's too quick. There we are, another one to that team. So 1-1 here at the moment. 4-6. So once again, you will have seen this getting around on all your socials, especially on Facebook. Jesus, getting some really good responses, well received through the bowls communities. The campaign is promoting exactly what every bowling club offers: social connection through bowls and an intrinsic link to the local community. This is why we should have pre-recorded these, Andrew. We launched the program to raise awareness of our iconic bowlers all across New South Wales and the services they provide. The campaign also forms part of a broader strategy that we're implementing, which will target driving more people in our clubs and on our greens, playing the sport we love, lawn bowls. Guys, this will get bigger and better. It's what you've all been calling for, and we're delivering. It's not meant to be there, it's meant to be there. So Jack might go out of bounds there. I've been singing his praises about throwing a Jack straight, and he's punched one out of bounds. Sorry, Andrew, what's the time we're at the moment? Daytime. Daytime, thank you, mate. Master of the dad joke. Halfway through? Just about halfway through. We've completed 6 ends. Correction, we've completed 5 ends. At this point, Andrew said we're going to struggle. At this point, I can't see us finishing this game as it stands. The time limit will kick in, and whoever's ahead at the end of the time will win. He's going out that wide hand again. I don't see that myself. He's playing so well down that narrow hand. All the touches and all the close ones he's got have been down the narrow hand. He's persisting there. Just a bit short. Michael Vassalo now also going down the wider hand, but he actually hasn't had a problem down there, I don't think. So I'm not sure if you can hear me. There's a fair chance you can. The audio runs through these things anyway. I've just had a pause in the program at the moment. It'll catch up, I promise. I have to shut that one down and restart it. The feed's still going, so that's okay. Sorry? Yep. Now it stopped while I was on camera 3 by the looks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back. I didn't shut the feed down. Whoa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I assume we're back. I'm just going to see if my audio is going out of this. That was interesting. I'm not sure what happened there, but lots of heat. We're back, and I don't have any scoreboards or anything at the moment, but I will shortly. They all just decided to vanish on me. Interesting things happening here. I'll try to get it onto the right camera. There we go. Looks like Michael's done very well there. And Seymour, you're not wrong. You seem to be just put Anne's just put the dates into her phone and asked if I've upset her. I've seemed to be wanting to punish her with all the games I wanted to watch. It's not punishment, Anne, surely. Yeah, I hope it's as much fun for you as it is for me. And Michael pushing one to the back as well. So holding 2, covered the tee. You can't ask for anything more from your lead in a game of 3-ball pairs. Brilliant bowling, Michael. Okay, looks like I've got the rolling scoreboard at the bottom right. I've just got to sort out the live one at the top. And we'll be back in action. Some heat plant wreaking havoc on our systems here today. I'll sort something out for us for tomorrow, see if we can keep these things a bit cooler. But it is also meant to get a bit cooler during the week and then heat back up again, so we should be okay. Me clicking away furiously in the background. I'm sure it's annoying you. The clicks, absolutely necessary though, I can assure you. All right. Looks like we're back to normal. Scores seem correct. All right, and I've missed what happened there running around the score sheets. Something's moved. Jack's moved. Was that Anthony that did that? Or did Ian run through? Either way, I'll look at the replay in a little while. Wants a clear run. Didn't quite get it. No, Anthony just missing there, wanting to move that through, and could have got a big score out of it too. He's got one more bowl to do it. Ian wants to get in there somehow. Just to give you an indication of how slow this game is going at the moment, the most other rinks have just scanned around and finished 9 ends. So we're 4 ends down on everyone else on a 14-end game. That's quite remarkable. It's a lot of time. The same amount of time as everyone else. So I've just been informed by one of the workers. Oh, Anthony, what's he done there? Did he move Jack too? So I was just getting a message from one of the workers there saying that my scoreboard's wrong. So where's Jack? I'm not sure where Jack is. They haven't put a marker down. Three. So, well, while it's 8-4 currently, according to the proper scoreboard, I must have missed an end playing around with all this stuff. It is now 8-7. So a close-ish game, despite it being really slow. Here we are, 8-7 after 7 ends. Just looking around this magnificent club here at North Dubbo. Judith Tigers watching, welcome. What else have I got to plug here? I think there was one more thing. The Champions state finals are closing on Monday the 18th, which is next Monday. So if you've won your club singles pairs, make sure you enter through BowlsLink. The only way you can enter, BowlsLink. If you need a hand, email us, BowlsLink. I reckon that's gone out of bounds. Anthony's having a good look. BowlsLink at bowlsnsw.com.au. Looks like we're calling an umpire. Out of bounds, yep. BowlsLink at bowlsnsw.com.au. I will give you a hand with that one. Someone will give you a contact and we'll teach you how. We'll show you how to get into it. And BowlsLink being a really good system, and I promise you, once you've used it once, you'll know how to use it all the time. I guess I should mention Platinum Pennant too while they're sorting this out. Platinum Pennant's coming. Have a look on BowlsLink. All of the dates and times are on there in the results portal. That's where I'd be looking. It's your one-stop shop to find out things that are coming up. If they're in BowlsLink, they'll be in there as they're happening, as I'm doing right now. I'm live scoring this game. So if you look up this game on BowlsLink, you'll see the scorecard, not just the final score. And then you can look it up later on as well. Ben Rousel was saying he needs to go up there and gives his boy Paul Redden a bit of encouragement. He was so nervous going up there. Look, I hope he's not nervous anymore. this place isn't a place necessarily for nerves anymore. It's like you said, we always say this is a huge community. The nerves is the excitement, I guess, the anticipation of what can happen. But yeah, come on up, Ben. Why the heck not? He's thrown it down there on the narrow hand. Lightening it up. Michael's really short in the end up once they got the jack there. It's not a bad bowl in the end. All right, Michael Vassalo, the Cabramatta bowler down that, once again, the club side of the green of this rink, rolling in, and we'll claim a shot with that one. What a ripper of a bowl. David with that characteristic, deliberate line up here at the moment. Sits himself very, very precisely on the mat. He's delivered that nicely again. All depends on his weight here. This might be the absoluter. He's touched it. He's moved it. Has he rolled too far? That's the question now. No indication from anyone. It's hard to see that far out the window. It's at the other end of the green. I'll see if the camera 3 will give us any further or any better indication. Michael a little bit wide here. I think he's got to get under that green one and hasn't. Well, he's rolled in. Just going to have a quick zoom in on this and see if I get any better indication for this higher angle. Now, if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I would put money there on Michael's back bowl, believe it or not, to be the shot. And he's possibly got one on the side there as well. So maybe two, but I've been wrong before. Definitely will be again. Careful consideration. Time not really a factor for these gentlemen anymore. They know they're not going to finish the game. They just want to be ahead when it does finish. When it does finish. Yeah, back bowl pretty handy. Anthony hasn't been shy in having a crack. Anthony, look, rolls back there. We'll push that out. Make sure there's no measure. Make sure there's no chance of a measure there now. What a great shot, Ant. Same hand. Wants to learn a lesson from his first one. He probably ran through a little, well, definitely ran through a little strong if he's just looking for a dead draw. Pretty good effort. Has rolled down as well. I don't know if it's the shot, though. Michael will give us an indication now. No indication. Can't quite hear what he's saying, but that's okay. Just pull up. Pretty good weight. Just a little wide. Alright, Ian, what you got? Even this game up as we start running out of time. It's just this less than half an hour to go. Where is this going to stop? Too far. Just too far. So let's see what comes out, because it's hard to tell. I do think it's at least one to Brown Vassalo. Well, one the other way would be... One the other way would be interesting. Under that front one is what he wants, and he's got it. Oh, there's the absoluter. Look at that. What a draw shot. Anthony Brown, what an absolute ripper. So we'll see the first one, which is Anthony's there, and I get the feeling there'll be a tape going around the rest of them. Oh, there's two. Let's have a good look from here on in. It's definitely not that one. This is the interesting one for me. Not there either. So two. $10-7 now. Once again, time against Ian and David at the moment. They've got to, if they want to catch up, they're going to have to get a move on and play some quick ends and get some shots. So if they run out of time, they've lost. They won't make it to the end. They won't make it to 14 ends. I got to get up and go for a walk, and everyone got to see my ugly face again. Sorry about that. Just want to keep the things out of the way so you can see clearly what's going on ahead of you. Still wide out there. Feels like the sun's getting low because that shadow's coming across, but still a fair way from sunset here. Things happen a bit later here out west. I've noticed something you don't really think about, I guess, as you're driving this way, but out near Dubbo, sunset's significantly later than it is in Sydney and down on the coast. I'll even get a precise time for you. So sunset tonight here is at 7:30. And in Sydney at 7:17. So about 15 minutes difference. It's about right. What I expected. So, yeah, 4:30, it's not getting there yet, but it's shadows will start creeping across. It's not going to matter because we'll finish this game pretty shortly. I'm going to assume in about 15, 20 minutes. Maybe not that. Bowl right at the back, down the bottom, right under the scoreboard there. Michael, having learnt from his first, will get there. Yeah, pretty good weight. He's done all right there. He's just still not quite getting the width, not quite pushing it far enough out to get the right position on the jack. Actually, coming later in the afternoon, we're getting a bit of a crowd here as well, which is nice. Game stopped a bit while they're... Oh, no. Just point out while we're there, there's my mate Warren. Absolute unit of a man. One of the best guys in bowls, I promise you. He graciously come and gave me a shirt too, which is just the best thing you can do for a bloke like me anyway. I'm a collector. He's got it. It's a beautiful shirt. Michael Vassalo not wasting any time. Straight on the mat, throws it out wide. Maybe trying to hurry the game up a bit themselves. I think at this point, knowing you're not going to make it, there's no reason to hurry. Unless you want to complete the game, of course. Keep that in mind when you're playing a game that goes for a long time, that, you know, it's only the person that it's only the team that's in front at the end that really counts. It's also one of the problems with time games, I guess, but that's the way it is. A little bit short, better delivery than he's had for his other two, so potentially learnt some lessons, but still not quite there. And I'd suggest the Michael Vassalo holding 3. Just trying to see where Andrew Lynn is to see how much time we've got left. Won't be a huge amount of time. So no, Andrew's not around, so I can't ask. That's all right. Anthony's put a fair, decent one in. And another, well, it looks like a 4 count here to me. Looks a lot. Well, maybe. 3 at least is what I'm going to say. And just running through the regional council. He's out wide. How much shadow would affect it? I know shadow can affect a grass green quite heavily. I wonder if it affects a plastic one. Someone out there can tell me, someone with more experience on synthetic than me. Tell me all about it, actually. I'm playing down at Mollymook in a couple of weeks. After the state champs, our first round back is Huskerson down at Mollymook, and we're going to be playing on a synthetic surface down there, which none of us are used to. Yep, that's well and truly in as well. Keep watching those scores on the bottom right, everyone. He now has learnt that lesson. He isn't going as wide. Coming back around now. Really needs to get in close. He's not. He's bumped in Anthony on the port side there. So I've just been informed there's about half an hour to go. Thanks, Robert. It does affect it. There you go. Let's stand it up or something and make it slow. I assume that's the case. Yeah, I've been informed there's half an hour to go. We have 6 ends left. Well, 5 after this. We've done, so in an hour and a half, we've done 8 ends. Yeah, it does look like it affects it. Only Darren Draper, yeah, pass that on. Anyone that pass them on to me if you want. I'm actually holding your Raymond Terrace one hostage still there, Darren. Still got that sitting in my little office at home, so I'll have to get that to you as well. But yeah, bowls cloths, bring them on. Or shirts if you want to bring them to me. I haven't seen John Seitman on this feed, the Canadian guy. I sent his mum a Christmas card over the Christmas period with a big thank you for getting me a Canadian shirt. I've got a Nova Scotia shirt there now too. There's 4 out. Four and a measure. So I'm measuring potentially the next 2 is what I can see out the window. So the little fan trick in here seems to be going all right. There's not as much heat happening, and it doesn't look like touch wood, that we're going to lose the feed here. Oh dear. What's the discussion happening down there for the measure? Looks like Ian's bowl on the outside is the closest one. They're trying to decide which one's closer than the other one, and now we get to see if it's closer against Michael's bowls there at the back. Yeah, Barry, it is good to see Warren Towney out here. Supporting his mate from West Dubbo, Anthony Brown. Yeah, he's a good bloke. Loves his bowls. Loves his community. He's a good man. Try to get a good view on that one. So that was a 4, I can confirm that. Big score. I think that puts it, well, I'd suggest now with 7 shots in it, the speed they're going with these ends, I just can't see them coming back to win this, but, you know, stranger things have happened. Can all change in one end. $14-7 after 9 in this 14 end game. 2 hour time limit. We'd be close to it now, I'd suggest. Enjoying seeing in the feed here, there's a couple of the Zone 7 guys having a bit of banter. Bless them. Zone 7, my local zone from down on the south coast. A place that's just getting stronger and stronger as well, by the way. Watch out, the rest of you. The boys from the south are coming. And the ladies. Jackie Eldred, yes, Mick, that's a great shot sitting in the front. Like that one. Ian deliberate again, pushing it out into the shadows this time. Drifting it all the way to the back. Nate Bazant, swoop, swoop. Magpies are the berry mascot. Hence the swoop. Well done, Mick again. He's had some kind of game. Nothing but praise for this man this game. Slow games can be frustrating at times, and he's kept his composure, kept his concentration. It's been a lovely game to watch. Exactly right, Mason. You should be proud of him, mate. He's played a ripper of a game. As you'd expect, he's a fantastic bowler. And that one for me, just really quite short. Wasn't happy out of his hand. He knew it. And so, Brown Vassalo holding 3. So I'll give you a little view over the greens at the moment. You can see a breeze is kicking up. It's a bit gusty there. I reckon that will change things on a quick green. This is the shadows get longer. The breeze kicks over. But how good does that look? Here comes Ant down the, his backhand, but down the club side through the shadow. Needs it to curl in a bit. He's going to beat that back bowl and roll in, yep, which I think counts, or scared the other bowl over as well. Mason Vassalo, do you play bowls, mate? It's one of the young men from the live stream there, from the feed. Very deliberate lineup for this one, just long and through that gap. Anthony, once again, a lot of space in there to draw into. Just has to get past Michael's bowl within, a metre and a half, and he's there. Pushed through a little bit narrower that time. Didn't jump out into the shadow as much. Doesn't really matter if it bounces. There we go. Perfect weight. Well, lovely weight. Line was good enough. This one I don't think has the weight at all. Yeah, not so much. Here comes Anthony again. He's got another one just he can drop in there. So it's a big risk here for Ian. He's really got to get this next one right in there and close enough to cut it down at least. Once again, I think time's going to beat him now, and they've got to get the thing. Yep, another perfect shot by Anthony. Really good bowling. It looks like 5 there, at least potentially 6 right now. And Seymour asking if there's any games tomorrow. Yep, another 3 games. We've got semi-finals of this, I think, tomorrow. Same times. We start at 9:30. Break for lunch, I think, and then 2 more games in the afternoon. But you'll see that just keep an eye on the Facebook page there, Ian, and they'll tell you all about it. Ian looking to... I think he was looking to rest through, but he has somehow not touched a single bowl as he went through there. You really keep an eye out for this score this time. I'll zoom out a little. I really get the feeling it's a 6. Just a quick indication there. I'll have a look. It was either 5 or 6. I didn't see the second hand go up, so I'll keep an eye on their scoreboard. That says 19, so it was 5. So kicking away now, these lads. So looking at this scorecard, which you can look up yourself on BowlsLink, on the results portal, results.bowlslink.com.au. It was end for end. It was Ian and David got a 2 on the first, and then dropped a 5 on the second, but then there was 1, then 1 to the opposition 1, and then 1 back, and it was just end for end until the 7th end, and since then, the last 3 ends, Michael Vassalo and Anthony Brown have picked up 11 shots to make the score 19-7. And with time against them, they've got 4 ends to go, and I'd suggest once again, not enough time. Surprised it hasn't gone already, actually. By my calculation, it should have gone off already. My calculation's wrong, Anthony. Andrew Lynn is definitely the expert on it at the moment. He's holding the stopwatch. On my reckoning, though, they're not going to make the 14th end. Time is against them, and they can't be still going slow. If they want scores, they've got to hurry. Because they also have to make up 12 shots. Oh, look at that. One down the wide end, and it sat right in front of Jack. Great shot, David. Just a reminder that of our like and share competition, thanks to Sharp. If you get on to our streams and you like and share our posts on your page, you could win over prizes worth over $5,000 in partnership with Sharp. Like and share them again. T's and C's are on the Bowls New South Wales website. There's a TV, a couple of touch screens, a touchscreen, a high-speed printer, and a couple of microwaves for you to win. So jump on. All you've got to do is like the stream and share it. Thank you very much. As I said before, I can't join, which is a shame. Oops, just hit a button that I didn't need to. Just while this lines up. Just trying to get all my scoreboards back on after I showed the like and share. Here they come. So, one there to David. The scores are still coming up and around the rinks at the moment. Just going to hang my head out and see if I can get a time update, because it's probably the most important thing here at the moment in the end. No, Andrew looks like he's in a high-level meeting out there. I'll leave that to them right now. Anthony's had a run. Scotty Matheson, another great Zone 7 stalwart and probably the world's best greenkeeper. Is that Dubbo Rabbi? Yeah, that's what it used to be called. It's the North Dubbo RSL Sporties now. I probably got that name in the wrong order, but yeah, it's a remarkable place. If you've been here before, Scotty, you'll know that the green on the other side of the club there used to be played on a fair bit. It's not there anymore. Well, it's a car park now, and it's these two synthetic greens that we're on here that are the main lot. So there's two synthetics. I'll show you a wide shot in a second once Anthony's bowl comes down. Oof, just running through. I can show you this. So there's two synthetic greens. They look really flash too. That breeze is really picking up. In fact, it's changed direction even. And it goes all the way out to the other end. And they look beautiful. Anthony having a good look at this one. Wants the bowl or the shot or the jack, and he's got it. We have to push it far enough for 2 shots. Great shot, Anthony Brown. Magic. What response now from Ian? It's got to be something. So it is. Let's update that scoreboard for everyone. So 21-7 now. It was fairly even to start with. Left her on the green. I'll have to move in a second. It's disappointing. So, lifter remains on the green. Hang on a sec. You will hear nothing but silence for a second. They got it. So 11 minutes of gameplay left. We're on rink 11, which means in an hour and 50 we've done 11 ends. This probably might be the last end by that calculation. That could be 15 minutes. It's been a battle. Bang. Michael Vassalo, well done. Dave with that very deliberate line-up. Sets himself, he does it every single time, the exact same manner, which is good to see. Shows an indication and thought about his game. I mean, this one's pretty close. It's running through. Just clobbering into Michael's bowl there and running through a little bit sadly, so he's probably on 2 shots. looking for tomorrow's program. I don't have it quite up yet. It'll come soon. David's sitting there deliberately again. His last shot was a ripper. Let's see if we can do it again. If you can hear something working overtime in the background, that is, sounds like a chainsaw. That is my computer. Its fan going off. Trying to cool all its components down, the poor thing. We'll keep it running as long as we can. So, Vassalo and Brown holding 2 there. This is just crashing into the front a bit. Moved it through, didn't do any damage. Here comes Ian down that forehand. Open hand, that's the logical side to play. Nothing good for him on the other side. Maybe use Michael's bowl to roll in and roll over. But as it stands, the open hand's the only way to play. It's gone very narrow. And thunks in Anthony's bowl with a bit of weight, and now that's 3. Yeah. Vass on fire is correct. Anthony just a little weighty there. It's pretty close. Right on the line. Great line. Ian once again with a not quite as long a lineup as David has, but still quite long. Likes to measure his shots carefully. Once again, he's narrow. That's still the wide hand. Definitely 3 here. Michael Vassalo already picking up the mat. Anthony just chucking one out. If he takes the weight off his last one, his line's perfect. It's all about weight here for another big handful. And there it is. That's another 4. Oh, stop in time. This is the hard question now. They'll have a look. Oh, I've spoken too early there. Ian's got another one. And another narrow shot. Runs through, pushes Anthony away, hands him a 3. And we go again. I'll just check that score to make sure I didn't go early. Yep, that's correct. 24-7 after 12 on your cards. So I'm just receiving. Oops, wrong button. Just receiving tomorrow's schedule, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll post that up shortly. And I can tell you the first game tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is the Multidisability Open Singles. Gilbert from Casino RSM against Nelson from Engadine. Then at 11:30 we have the Multidisability Reserve Singles, Redden versus Parkinson. That's Raymond Terrace versus Lemon Tree Passage. And then Multidisability Pairs, quarter-final, which is Cross and Reynolds versus, we actually don't know yet. We'll find out shortly. And Jimmy's obviously made it through, Jimmy Reynolds. As this shadow's really creeping across the green now. The leads go at it here, one front, one in the back. This one's a better shot. Might knock his own right up in, and it looks like he has. Oh, it's kept rolling. Doesn't matter. He stopped at the front. That'll be the shot. Just getting that schedule set up for you. So what David lines up here, I'll just push this onto the screen, hopefully. So there's his tomorrow's schedule, everyone, for Wednesday. Note that down in your diaries. It'll be 9 a.m, 11:30 a.m, 2:30 p.m. Set notifications on your Facebook page if you'd like. Or do whatever you need to get that done, but please join us for that. Take that off. And that's lovely, Rebecca. Thank you for that. For Michael, when he watches this back, I'm sure he'll get a good message there. Karma's still pretty great bowls for this time of day, and well done. Yeah, they're punching out some pretty good shots here still. Despite it being a slow game, it's been fairly decent quality for the majority of it. We've had pretty good games all day, actually. This morning's was what a way to kick off the tournament for our live stream coverage. Fantastic game between those players. It came down to the right down to the very end. Last few bowls, in fact, and that is time, ladies and gentlemen. Thankfully, here we are. So they'll finish this end, and that's it. So just the skips to go. Anthony Brown looking to get close now. It'll be interesting with the shadows going across. So Ian's got just running down that through the shadow there. Brown again loading up that side. Not much really changing down there at the head at this point. Looks like it's coming down nicely. It will depend on weight. And he's got enough of it. Oh, maybe. Let's look at the window. I'd say not. I'd say that bowl at the front still holding. All right, we can confirm that last game tomorrow. The multi-disability pairs is the quarterfinals. It's Cross and Reynolds versus Douglas and Nelson. So that's South Tamworth and Cabramatta versus Hazelbrook and Engadine. That should be a really good game to round out our day tomorrow. But we're starting at 9 a.m. with Gilbert versus Nelson. Casino RSM versus Engadine. Anthony Brown comes down for the second last bowl of this game. Well done, Anthony, with that one. He's got that beautifully. He's had some kind of game, but he's had a real armchair ride from Michael Vassalo here. Absolutely remarkable bowling he's done. Player of the game for mine. Ann Seymour, sorry. That's pretty rude. Thanks for joining us once again. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. They'll have a look at this. I think it's one. Shaking hands. Yep, one to the Brown Vassalo combination. Oh no, it's not. It's one the other way. It's 8 total, 24-8 at the end of this game. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'll be live streaming from tomorrow at 9 a.m. For more multi-disability finals from this 2023-2024 Bowls New South Wales State Championships, brought to you here from the Dubbo region. And I'm Benny Two Shoes. Thanks to Andrew Lynn for helping me out today, and Lee Stinson at times. Thanks everyone so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Farewell.